Just months after revealing its first high-performance electrified vehicle, Lamborghini has now taken the covers off the Lanzador Concept, an Ultra GT that is also the Italian marque's first EV and a step beyond the plug-in hybrid nature of the Revuelto. One of the most eye-popping reveals at this year's Monterey Car Week, the Lanzador is a concrete vision of a future purely electric 4th Series production Lamborghini. Initially expected to take the form of a sedan with a resemblance to the wonderful Estoque concept, the Lanzador is clearly a different prospect with its SUV-like ground clearance. It features 2+2 seating, an onboard experience unlike anything else we've seen from Lamborghini, and powerful dual electric motors. Set to go into production in 2028, here's what you need to know about this electric Lambo. Like Ferrari with its Purosangue, Lamborghini is determined not to refer to the Lanzador as an SUV. And, while the ride height is more comparable to an SUV than a sedan or conventional supercar, we must admit that nothing else about the Lanzador's design can be easily categorized. Lambo says it is an Ultra GT inspired by spaceships, based around the driving position of a true pilot. The Lanzador looks like the athletic top half of a supercar has been placed upon the beefy bottom half of an SUV. Lambo says that the design process began by considering the volumes of a super sports car, with the driving position being inspired by the Huracan Sterrato. The rare Sesto Elemento, Murcielago, and Countach LPI 800-4 all inspired the tense, taut lines of the Lanzador. An example is the hexagonal taillights, which look a lot like the ones on the modern Countach. The sleek headlights also mirror those of the supercar. The roof height of just under 60 inches is lower than that of the Urus, and there are hexagonal elements with aero blades to reduce turbulence at the 23-inch wheels. Various active aerodynamics have been implemented, from a front air shutter and movable splitter to a front S-duct and air blades that extend from the rear diffuser based on the drive mode. Despite the rear seats, the Lambo only has 2 doors, making for a sleeker side profile. This particular concept car is finished in a color called Azzurro Arbizzo. As a whole, it is an incredibly impactful design and some way to step into the EV era. The spaceship theme is very much apparent inside the Lanzador. Starting in front, Lamborghini references the pilot and co-pilot philosophy, as if sitting in a jet. This may sound like marketing malarkey until you see the dashboard for the first time. Remove the steering wheel and pedals, and there is almost no difference between the driver's side of the cabin and the front seat passenger. Each faces an angular dash with an integrated screen, separated by a Y-shaped center console bridge. The center console houses a pilot's unit for managing the climate control and entertainment system, while the Anima controller allows the driver to change driving modes. Amusingly, the start/stop button beneath a Y-shaped red flap still has the word engine on it. Lamborghini hasn't shared many technical specifications for the electric Lanzador, but we know it will come with a high specific power electric motor on each axle. Not all outputs have been announced, but Lamborghini says the Lanzador will deliver peak power of over 1 megawatt. A single megawatt translates to 1,000 kilowatts or around 1,340 horsepower. Naturally, it is all-wheel drive to manage all that grunt, with active e-torque or torque vectoring on the rear axle. Torque distribution can be precisely managed at each axle in milliseconds, and the motors deliver power to the left and right sides of the rear axle for maximum control.